Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. How are y'all doing? Hey, Megaminds, how are you? Hello, three viewers. How's everybody doing today? I'm wanting to kind of talk computers today, get a little bit of input and advice, find out, what's your opinions on different things. Hey, Naomi Obaba, how are you doing? Tell me a little bit about, you know, where you're from and kind of what life is like there. Sorry for the shaky camera. Trying to get it balanced, but I couldn't do it. Hey, yeah, most definitely. I'd like to check see how my viewers are doing. Glad you're doing good. You know much about computers or not really? You know, just kind of start a conversation, something to interact with the viewers, build up a little bit of communication. And how well can y'all hear me? I'm using my AirPod for a microphone. Hey, Gloria, thank you for the rocket ship. That's pretty cool. So where's everybody from? Let's let's kind of get to know each everybody. I'm Josh. Here in the Philippines. Well, thank you for the YouTube button. Hey, maybe one day I'll get a play button. That'd be pretty cool. Couldn't sleep too well, so hadn't been feeling too good. So decided to try and do live for a little bit. So let's kind of see. Let's get to know everybody. Hello, five viewers. I'd like you know, to know where you're from. How's the weather there? I know people in Texas got hit by a hurricane, so my prayers are out for them. Oh, that'd be okay. I got a notification. That's okay. Hello, one viewer. Oh, let's see what that was. Hello, one viewer. So, Gloria Minty, tell me a little bit about yourself. Hello, everybody. So, tell me a little bit about yourself. Let's kind of today is a get to know my community day. Does anybody have anything they'd like to share about what's going on in their day to day life? How's things going? Let's get to know everybody. Has any of the weather affected, your day to day lifestyle? Like, would it be a hurricane or the heat waves? I know in America, like the southern part, heat index of 110 degrees Fahrenheit in some places. So, tell me a little bit about that. do, 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 do. Uh, it's un- it's ungodly hot in Mississippi. Well, that's not good. So I had a little bit of a Wi-Fi spike. Um, but yeah, tell me a little bit, like, Colt. Like, tell me what's going on with the weather. Has it affected your day to day life? Getting too hot at work, or just kind of get to know. I know right now it's probably pretty early in the morning there for you. It's been hot. Yeah, I totally understand. Typically, it can be hot here too. But right now we're in the rainy season, so it's actually bearable. Um, if you white, you won't get sunburnt, and that's a good time to go on long trips. And when it's cloudy, because a lot of people travel by motorcycle, and it can be a tad bit annoying to wear a long sleeve and thick gloves, like the bandana face mask, just to protect yourself from being sunburnt. So, if you do decide to come visit, I'd recommend kind of like a median. Like, if you want to go out somewhere, the sun, it makes it really like a beautiful day, but at the same time, it can just be hot. You look exhausted, man. A little bit. I haven't been feeling too well. The My tonsils has been bothering me a little bit, but other than that, I'm okay. I'm just relaxing. I got the room to myself, So I'm peachy. It's raining right now, so I can't really get outside and go do things I'd like to do. I'd like to go do some more interviews. I'd like to just say enjoy the day, go out for a ride, but don't feel like getting wet. Hey Dan, well thank you for stopping by. I understand you got to get some rest. You got work tomorrow. I totally understand. How's things been going your way? No, definitely not worth getting more sick. I don't work. I just help at a food bank Wednesday through Thursday. Well, sweet man. Hey, look. That means tomorrow, which is our today, be the second day at work. We have one called the Soup Kitchen, and I love what they do. You know, I love people that, I love the fact that people want to help others. So you know, if you're doing a food bank, that's definitely amazing, man. We actually need more people who genuinely care. You've got a lot of celebrities and such that you know. I'll donate money, but a lot of times people just need presence. You know, yeah, money help them rebuild the house, but at the same time, kind gesture, warm hug. You know, going out there and helping them clean up or after a natural disaster, something like that. You know, money can be a big help, but at the same time, just to volunteer and then, you know, being there for people helps out too. So yeah, I appreciate what you do. And yeah, Colt. Yeah. Which I don't know if the rain will get you sick here. Hadn't really looked too much into it. I know you can't drink the natural water, so you have to kind of drink naturally bottled water. Dan, yes, I do have a question. I'm looking into getting a computer. With the kind of budget I set myself to save up for one, I'm looking at a APU, which is like an all-in processor, which would be like your Ryzen 7 7600G, somewhere along that line, and then possibly, you know, upgrading to a 4060 Ti. So I don't quite know, you know, I'm wanting to do some partial gaming alongside with streaming, and with me possibly, you know, us possibly opening up a shop here, like a business. I've got some small seashells I want to make jewelry with, and I think it would be pretty cool to run some 3D software as well. And I've really been thinking for the NVIDIA graphics, and that's really good for, in my opinion. I think it's good for, you know, doing 3D software and editing, but at the same time, I don't know if I want to do, if I should go the AMD route or if I should go the Intel route. Like, you know, and also what kind of graphics card, you know, what would be my best bet for a budget PC that I can build on, but have a really good start. You know, I'm still learning on the, when I used to do computers, we had the AM3s and AM2s, you know, pretty much old chipsets. I looked into it a little bit, and you got AM4 now. I'm like, an AM5 and DDR5 and DDR4. So like just pretty much just a good general idea of people's opinions on what's a good RAM set, what's a good PC, you know, processors, power supply, stuff like that. If I should go laptop or if I should go desktop. Heck, to be honest, I've thought about if I just wanted to do gaming, just do a console. But let's see, they both have their pros and cons. I like AMD. I have the AM5 computer that I put together. Okay, I remember you talking about you building a computer about a couple of months ago. If you don't mind me asking, like, what kind of processor did you go with? Are you using the integrated graphics? Did you buy your own graphics card? Um, and it can the whole fan situation. It has changed from what I've heard. Like, you want positive pressure, you don't want negative pressure. Neutral is fine. Stuff like that. But heck, what's a good case to have positive pressure? Because cases affect cooling and stuff like that. I don't want to spend $400 or $500 on a case either. Desktop is always going to put a laptop to shame. Yeah, in performance wise, but I've also thought, hey, what if I want to do a little bit of traveling, but at the same time, if I did traveling, then I'd lose performance, and then Wi-Fi here is so iffy sometimes. About the only place you get good Wi-Fi is home. AM5, is that Ryzen 7 series or 9? Like 12th gen, 13th gen? Sorry, I was just trying to double check, make sure I read all the comments. It's a lot better cooling, and well on a laptop, cooling is always a problem. Yeah, I've heard that actually. Depending on like ones with really good GPUs, they do get hot for longer game loads. And then if you was to buy all the stuff to make it, stay running cooler, you might as well just have a desktop at that point. Like the laptop coolers, and people run external monitors. They just use them as a hub. But I'm sitting there thinking, if you're gonna spend 90,000 pesos on a laptop, or 60,000 pesos on a laptop, why not just buy a good build of a PC? And I'm 100% not against building my own PC. I've got a background of that, so I just want up to date kind of experience on recommendations. Before I go and throw a bunch of money into a PC and it get bottlenecked by a mishap, an oversight per se, not a mishap. R9 7950 AMD, no, and a Radeon 6950 XT is the one I built. Okay, I'd actually been looking at that. What is it? The Ryzen 7, something like 5900 X3D, something like that. It's supposed to be a really good, the fastest AMD processor made. Um, and I've actually been looking at the Radeons. Is it they've got 2-fan and 3-fan variants. Which one did you use? I think the 3-fan variant is the RX Radeon. I meant the RX 6950, am I right? Let's see, go to here. Kind of give you an idea what I was looking at buying. it was gonna be the the best deal that I could find was a Asus ROG Strix GeForce RTX, the white 3080 10 GB GDDR6X for 19,000 pesos. And the one I was looking at was the AMD Ryzen 7. Uh-oh, I messed up. Got rid of it. Go to package 3. Yeah, AMD Ryzen 7 5700G, 8 core, 16 thread. It's got the built-in graphics card, the Radeon 1250 megahertz. But I mean, it's a decent looking case as well. I was looking at doing this case in white. And this whole build is 23,000 pesos. Sorry for the grinding. They're working on the road back behind us, and they use big grinders. Let's see. Oh, okay, yeah. The one you're talking about, I think, is the Ryzen 9 7950X3D. The one I was thinking was AMD Ryzen 7 7800X3D with 3D V-Catch. Oh yeah, they actually just come out with that back in July. It is now throned it. It dethroned the 7 series. $7800X3D was the best, but now it is the AMD 9 7950. I have a white case and a black video card. Hey, I'm not hating. There's nothing wrong with that. I have, and if you want to, I have seen a lot of YouTubers like Toasty Bros or Linus Tech Tips, people like them. They'll separate their GPUs and, which is the graphics card, they separate it and actually spray paint the graphics card casing white, like a good pretty matte white or satin white, and then let it dry. Because I mean, it's hot as balls in over there in America or Canada, in that general area, that side of the world where it's summertime. So it wouldn't take 10-20 minutes to fully cure, and then boom, slap it back in there and it looks really good. And see, that's what I was wanting to ask you was, I mean, is 19,000 pesos actually worth a 3080? That's last generation cards. If I'm not mistaken, 19,000. Let's just say 20,000. It's $344 for a card. Yeah, $344 for a graphics card. And, I mean, they do have an option to save $25 US on a black graphics card. But, I mean, if you're going for an all-white PC, 25 bucks, 25 bucks. So. And I really want to get into either custom loops, like water loops, or maybe an AIO. I know nothing about those, though. Only thing I know about an AIO is you have to keep the pump lower than the radiator. Yeah. You don't want the pump higher than the radiator. I'm not familiar with NVIDIA. Okay. If I'm not mistaken, an NVIDIA... Oh, man, it's been so long since I've put my hands on one and built an actual gaming computer. I think the last gaming PC I built was in 2016. Yeah. There's a i7 Devil's Canyon with a 1080 Ti. custom water loop. Hard. It wasn't the the bendable, as people call it. Dang it, what's the name of that? The one I used was acrylic tubing. It wasn't like the clear rubber hosing. I went with AIO just for the ease, but I'm a big fan of air cooling. Hardline, yeah. If it isn't hardline the acrylic though, you can still heat it up, bend it, but you have to make sure it's cut perfect or it won't look right. The one I'm thinking of is like the soft stuff, like the rubber. And AIO is technically air cooled. It's just air cooled water. And it's a water cooled PC, but at the same time, it's air cooled as well with a big radiator. But Dan, I know you're tired. Just one last question for you. With your case, did you do is yours like a fish tank style case, like where you can do your radiator facing flat against the back, or do you mount yours frontal or on the roof, like the top of your case? Another thing that I've always kind of been a little bit, I've got to do a little bit more research in is the RGB, because I know you have ARGB, DRGB, you can just have regular RGB. I don't know I'm assuming ARGB is automated to where like your fans can do cool designs, and D is like direct. I don't know. See, I'm not too familiar with all the new catchy gadgets. It blew my mind when I seen the fans that are powered by magnets. You can take 4 fans and stick them together with a magnet and they're getting power. I'm like, what? Corsair's on top of their game today. Excuse me. Still a little tired. Addressable. I'm going to screenshot that. I don't know what that means. And on your AIO, did you use the CPO cooler? I mean, the CPU fan cooler header, or did you have to run it off an RGB header, like a fan header, I mean, and then go into your BIOS and do pretty much set it to max where it would run max for your pump? Or did your motherboard support an actual adjustable fan cooler? Not trying to be a nerd, just trying to have some good feedback. What's very reasonable to do. The MOBO supports it. Okay, well, that's good that your motherboard supports it. Have you ever watched any kind of like YouTubers for computers, like just for to get ideas on some of the latest and greatest deals, specs, what's a good suit for each one, where you'll have a good balance and not a horrible bottleneck, stuff like that? If you do you have any good recommendations on somebody? The ones that I'm used to is Toasty Bros and Linus Tech Tips. Which Linus Tech Tips, I've been kind of watching them since 2012, 2013. Back in Scrapyard Wars, where they used to go and pretty much buy computers off of like Craigslist, stuff like that, and then turn them into gaming PCs, your old workstation, stuff like that. I used to watch Linus and Gamers Nexus, but not so much anymore. I might look into Gamers Nexus. Yeah, I'll look into it. Just I'm willing to learn. Heck, in the Philippines, there's not a big support system here for computers. You know, you have like at the malls, people build gaming computers, but that's driving 2 hours just to go and fanboy over stuff. You know, oh, that's cool AIO. That's cool AIO. But then you get to looking like what's different in a 320, 260, single fan, 3 fan, 2 fan. It's, you walk in there as someone who speaks primarily English and they speak primarily Cebuano or Visayan. You want to ask them questions and they're like, we know half. You have it right there. Me no understand. So, I mean, it's hard. It's not like a micro center in America where they pretty much know everything. And Paul that used to work for Newegg, I think it's Paul's Hardware. See, I've been on Newegg and Jawa.gg. I've been on there. Just kind of taking a look at some of the cool deals that I don't get to experience. I really should have brought my computer that I bought. But instead, I think I sold it for a little of nothing just so I wouldn't have to deal with it. The computer that I had was a i9 2060 Super. And it was Cyber Power? Yeah. Just a pre-built gaming computer. But it was water-cooled. I didn't build it or put it together, and it didn't ever have any leaks or anything. Well, hello, Filipino Wanderer. How are you doing today? It's a good site to do practice builds on. Yeah. Stay away from water cooled. Why do you say that? You know, what would you say water cooled is? I mean, I can understand water and electricity don't mix, but yeah, I can see why you said that. But I just see a lot of people doing it. I mean, if it's done right and you take care of it, I don't see a problem. Keep it clean. So does the Wandering Filipina have any good topics for us? Too many headaches with water cooling. Yeah. And I guess I can see where they're coming from. Megamind's coming from on that. They look good, especially when you add that sparkly, glittery water coolant stuff. I mean, it does look good if you want to do a color themed PC, but at the same time, I want functionality. I don't want shiny. It's a good way to lose your computer. Um, yeah, I guess. I guess you could say that. It could be dangerous. Not necessarily lose it, but, yeah. Too much cleaning and topping off. Yeah, I could understand that. And You know, having to drain out your fluid to clean the gunk out of the pumps, yeah. And an AIO, you don't have to re-top off, do you? They're sealed. Sorry, got a message. I was trying to read on top of that as well. Trying to help out the wandering Filipino with some Visayan classes. And also a delivery for tomorrow. Well, let's see. That's what I'm worried about, the AIO. I know it's going to fail. No way to top it off. From what Toasty Bros has said, that, AIOs, their only point of failure, because it's a sealed loop, you really don't necessarily have a way for that to evaporate. No idea what that's about. Uh, they said that it's a sealed loop, so they don't really have to worry about liquid failure. You worry about pump failure if it's not properly cared for. Sorry guys, the Wi-Fi kind of blipped out on me. Blipped out on me. No, I'm not out of load. I'm actually at home full of Wi-Fi. It's cloudy here, and it's actually been raining, so the Wi-Fi's been giving us a little trouble. Sometimes it loses signal. It's fiber, so I don't understand why, but hey, things happen. Oh, well, I'm glad it's working again. Let me grab my other phone real quick. Yeah, looks like it's working pretty good. Wanted to monitor my stream on my other phone just to get a general idea, see if it's working pretty well. I missed whatever you said while it was loading. Uh, I on my end it said reconnect, so I stopped talking. I think the last thing I was talking about was, the AIOs. Their main point of failure is pump failure over time, not necessarily liquid failure. Because Toshi Bros did a thing to where they cut open what is it, an AIO, like one of your second iterations, and it was still like 98%, 95% what they said full, and the it really wasn't that gunky. It had a little bit of algae, but not bad. Not for one that's like 10 years old. Heck, I just got through watching their last video where they bought a PC for $150, a Titan Force, and it was a really good looking PC. But it was custom, water looped, RGB, and their transformation on it was pretty sick. They ended up selling it on their website for, they paid 150 for it, and they put 180 in it, and then they sold it for $400. They didn't make very much money on it. And free U.S. shipping. No, they wasn't shipping it. It was local only. But at the same time, they have a warranty on it, and it's an older, like an 8-year-old PC. But at the same time, they run a few games and benchmarks on it, and it performed exceptionally well for its age. On Dan, well, Dan, I got one question. What color scheme did you go with, like RGB wise? Did you use any RGB? Hello, for viewers. You're more than welcome to chime in. It didn't have to be just me and Mr. Dan. We can all talk and kind of put our brains together on some cool things that you like and you recommend. Or if you don't necessarily, you're not too fond of PCs or something like that, feel free to chime in on a topic that you'd like to talk about. Kind of tell us like what the weather's doing there. I know it's kind of a little bit crazy everywhere. Hurricanes in the south, stuff like that. Yes, but I turned most of it off because it would stay on when the PC was turned off. um, I don't know the proper name of it. My brain is kind of going out on me. It's a little foggy. Bottom right hand side, you've got your whole bunch of different pins, your RGB power supply, like your power cable, stuff like that. I wonder if there's something you can do in your BIOS to make that to where it turns off. Well, the bottom right hand side, and that's the one where like you do your reset button, your power button, your LED, your case LEDs. Yeah, your case LEDs, positive, negative. One of them might be wired for your reset button. Might actually be because I've seen people do that. Their LEDs, get them swapped around. Because the reset button always has power. And back to the weather. I know the weather's doing weird things everywhere. Typhoons in China, Japan, earthquakes. Just 7 days a week rain here. Cold in Australia. Hurricanes in the south of the U.S. Hope everybody's doing okay. Yes, I had to turn it off in the BIOS to get the LEDs to turn off. Huh. That's strange. I don't know. I'm gonna have to do some research on that for you. See if I might can help you out. Cause I'd hate for you to not be able to use your RGB. Cause I mean, you probably paid extra for the fans, and you want to use your RGB. Maybe after I get some PCs. Maybe after I get a PC, and kind of put my hands back into it and get my hands dirty. See what I can do. If you want to, Dan, add me on Instagram or Facebook. You want to send me a picture of your build? I'd like to see it and just have a general idea, a white PC build, a real white PC build, not an AI generated listing. Oh, y'all, Ann is looking miserable over there. She looks tired and hot, like sweaty. Must not have AC. I'm not worried about having the LEDs off. Okay. Hey, something you might can do. I just thought about, um, very cheesy way, having them hooked up to just a one, all of them hooked up to a hub in the back where you do your cable management. Um, and then having that hub run off of one LED splitter, like your case LED splitter in the front. You know your the what is it called? You know what I'm trying to say. Back what I was just talking about in the bottom right hand side of the board down there. Just have one splitter and then go into your hub. That might would power them all off. I don't know if your AIO is not, the LEDs aren't turning off or something like that. Well, Dan, I'll have to, if you have WhatsApp, I'll have to get WhatsApp, and if you WhatsApp Marianne, I can get your number from her and send you a picture of the one I go with. If you got any questions or I got any questions, maybe we can help each other out. Anne looks bored. It's not the AIO or the case fans, it's the Mobo LEDs. They won't behave. Oh, well, shoot. I don't know then, because those are integrated. Well, yeah, dude. Did you download the software? I know, like on the box, it'll tell you, hey, what app to download, and then you can control them that way. How does Anne look bored? What does it look bored like? Let's see. No, she's not bored, y'all. She's asleep. Oh, she woke up a little bit. Oh, did you get the Asus ROG Strikes board, or the one I've been looking into is the MSI board? I like MSI. It's a few other ones that are, 20, 30,000 peso boards, but still. Anne has my WhatsApp, just ask her for it. Okay, yeah, man. I'll have to download WhatsApp, or I might. Yeah, I'll probably just end up downloading WhatsApp so I can talk to you about computers. Because y'all probably have y'all's own conversation about being a moderator or something. Important stuff. I don't want to ruin that conversation, so. I wonder if Colt is still around. Colt, you still here? I'm going to do live for about another 10 more minutes or so. Oh, okay. Well, there you are. What you doing, man? You mighty quiet over there. Figured I'd do some cleaning while I'm here. In a little bit. That seems to be what the Filipinos like to do, is clean on live. Just wasn't getting in smart people chat. Oh man, like I said, it ain't always got to be about computers. Tell me what's going on over there. Any exciting news? Somebody tried shooting at president or future president again, or Snay was talking about getting a Discord server up and running for the mods, but his uncle ended up in the hospital. Oh shoot! Well, dang man, I hope it's all right. Um, I actually have a Discord. If you know, if he needs someone to help him out with that, I don't mind helping. Um, yeah, I have Discord. Actually, on this phone though. Nothing much there. Okay. Have they opened up any new businesses? Has Walmart went out of business? Has Save Lot still up and going? They ever gonna open up another Hasty Tasty? I miss their milkshakes. Nah. Some of these people might be too young to know what Hasty Tasty is, or just not from Mississippi. Let me guess. Just me thinking, because I know my favorite store went out of business. Dirt Cheap went out of business. Are they putting Harbor Freight where Dirt Cheap was? If they are, I'm going to be so mad because that was my store. And I like Harbor Freight. Sounds great. Oh, great to me. Okay. Oh, how did I call that? That's just typical. I mean, go to Harbor Freight for tools and bingo later. Oh, I got one of my, I guess say one of my best friends, and into, let me see what. Uh, okay. Well, I got a YouTuber to talk to my best friend, so. Bingo is in Stubbs' old business building now. Stubbs went out of business? And is Bingo owned by the same lady? No offense, but I'm surprised she's still alive. Oh, okay. You don't know if she still owns it. Okay. I remember the lady that owned the bingo there lived off of Wolf Lake and had like 30 cats. Dang, Stubbs went out of business. That sucks. Well, shoot, since Harbor Freight's gonna be a thing there, ain't gonna be having to go to AutoZone to buy tools. Dang, can't believe they got a Harbor Freight now. I'm jealous. Gonna head to bed. Anything more before I go? No, damn man, get some sleep. That's all right. No, not Sarah Hines. It's Miss Ware, Ware. I dated her granddaughter. Kind of short, white hair, wears glasses. Real sweet. All right, well, see you later. Thank you for the conversation, Dan. It's a pleasure talking to you about computers. Let's see. Do they still have old the K's up and running, and any new restaurants? I knew about the seafood place. I ate there once. I didn't necessarily like it too much. I wonder if China Garden's still open. And what's that one that is near Kay's in the therapy session? You don't really necessarily want to go eat there, but it's okay on Sunday. Dang, I can't think of it. Tear my phone up. Well, Colt, there in Mississippi, did they do any changes to the gun laws? Do they still allow concealed carry, open carry, stuff like that? Ming's Buffet, that's it. That's the one that's questionable 6 days out of the week. Need to sneeze, but it wouldn't come out. See, it's still raining. Yep. Still wet. Well, glad they ain't. Well, they're not gonna take the guns away from Mississippi. Too much hunting going on around there. Still wouldn't mind if they changed the mayor, but you know, the mayor and Tater Tot. Oh, but I don't know. They probably don't have Tater Tot no more because he got caught in that big scam. So I don't know. Don't really want to talk about politics, but at the same time, hey, it's a topic to talk about. So. I wonder if Gloria Minty is still here. They hadn't been posting too much going on. So you're from where? Warren. Warren what? Like Warren County? Isn't Warren County like Vicksburg? Redwood by the paper mill. I think I know exactly where you're talking about. Now I'm good. I wouldn't want to live there. It stinks too much there. I actually had 2 family members retire there. 4 family members that work there. Just 2 of them didn't really want to stay there because too far to travel and too crazy of hours. What's that? IP International Paper? Yeah. I remember spending many mornings doing about 95, 110 mile an hour in my little old 98 Honda Accord going to work at a shipyard. You talk about some fun there. Remember one time I drove there, running a little bit late, had a flat tire, didn't really notice, and my cousin was telling me, hey, I think you got a flat. No, we're good. We was on a gravel road, and it's like, finally get to the pavement, and it's going boom, 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 boom. Yeah, hey, we got a flat. Doing like 60 mile an hour with a flat. Oh, them were the days. Go to Dirt Cheap to buy some pellet guns just to go and shoot each other with them in the yard. kind of just miss being able to be a kid every now and then, do stupid stuff, jump out of the top of a tree. Hope you don't break a leg. Ride around in a pasture in a wheelchair just for the heck of it. Build clubhouses, tree forts. Man, that was a life. So do you live closer to the Yazoo County area, Mega, or do you live closer to the, what is it, like Vicksburg? Yeah. No subscribers. I don't quite know you too much. Let's see, no subscriber. Yeah. I can't say that I know you too much. Mega. Well, has it been raining there any, or is it just hot, or what would you say? You had in-laws off Redwood, off Watley Road. I remember them. They're pretty cool. Well, no. I don't know. I'm not going to get into that topic. That's a little too personal. I know them pretty well. Hello, 5 viewers. How's everybody doing today? It's just been hot the past few days. Rain coming this weekend. Okay. Well, I hope and I pray that it does what it's done for us. It's cooled it off here, but I know what's probably going to happen. It's probably going to rain Saturday, and Sunday it's just going to be muggy, and Monday it's probably just going to be twice as hot. Hopefully not twice as hot, but you know what I mean. Real feel is just going to go way up. Here we've got, if I'm not mistaken, let's see, go to weather. I hit the nail on the head. Yep. Allow while using. I don't really use my second phone that much. Yeah, we've got 85% chance rain today, 90% chance Friday, 60 Saturday, Sunday, Monday, then 40% the rest of the week. Saturday, 30%. Kind of give y'all a general idea of what the weather's like here. Go to Fahrenheit. High today of 84, low of 74. Ken Benelli. Hello, Josh. Just saw your interview with Ann. Cool interview, bro. Just dropping by to say hello. How long have you been in the Philippines? I've been in the Philippines since May 12th. And Colt, actually, it doesn't get dusty very often here. You know, like, don't really have too much wind, so when it's not raining, it's not terrible. Ken Benella. Oh, cool. Yeah. I left for a week to go to Hong Kong and Macau. Came back in June. So I stayed for most of the month and then went there, came back. Kind of gave me a free visa extension. And then actually on my birthday, I get to go back to the office and get my ARC card. So ACR card. So I'll be a certified alien. Hey, Struggler. How's things been going? Yeah, finally caught me on live. So kind of give us an idea. What's life like going on over there, Ken and Struggler? You know, is it hot there? Is it been raining like it has been here? I know it's kind of quite early for some of y'all. I'm not mistaken for Colt. It's 1:45 in the morning. Right? Yeah, 1:45 in the morning. Oh, you're on the West Coast. Oh, so like California? That's what I think of West Coast. I know it's more to it, but you know what I mean. Oh yeah, no problem, Colt. And also let us know about. I send you a message about the other gift idea that you want us to do. We come up with a plan to just, instead of giving the money for it, we'll just surprise her with it and say, hey, you know, we want to take you somewhere, and then take her to get that done. It's been hot here in Pennsylvania. Rain today. Big storm on the side. It's 2:46 a.m. Okay, so you're 12 hours. So not too bad. I know in Pennsylvania y'all have some crazy twisters, so y'all be careful that way. Yes, Callie, you got it right. Where are you from in the U.S.? Little old town in Mississippi. Last portion of my stay in the United States was in Texas. Awesome, thank you so much. Good night. You have a good day too, man. Text me when you wake up. We'll talk about what our plans is for the delivery, and we're not gonna sneak a video. She's gonna know she's on camera. Catch her by surprise. We got a good plan for you. She didn't know it's coming. She did send me a message about you though, so we'll say good things is in the works. And Ken, Texas is not only hot in the summer, it's just hot, period. Don't have a really good winter, everything. Yo, Victor, what's up, man? Well, glad you're loving the Philippines. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate that very much. Yeah, I do love it here. Victor, this is a topic for you too, about computers. If you know anything, you want to give me some good insight on AMD or Intel or whatever you think's a good one. I know you're a MacBook kind of person, so either or. Well, Ken, how do you like the California? Has the increase in pricing, like, has the cost of living gone up too much there? I know we've got it affected pretty hard there in Texas. I feel for you there. Yeah, increase in fast food, groceries, gas, it sucks. Yeah, I totally feel you there. Some of the Filipinos here were telling me, a kilo of rice was only 20 pesos, now it's 60. That's, you think about it, the grand scheme of things, 3 times the increase, but at the same time, that's still pennies to a dollar. For Windows computers, I only go with Intel. Most gamers are about AMD. Oh, sorry guys. As well, take a pause for a second. Let him know I got something. Victor, quick question for you. Sorry, I had to reply to a message. I don't have Messenger set up on my second phone just yet. Forgot my password. I'm one of those guys. Um, I'm actually thinking about doing online gaming, a little bit of streaming, and possibly doing some of my YouTube lives from the computer with an overlay. You know how some of them do, like your counters, your YouTube counter when you're going up in views. Something I'm considering doing. Um, and I've actually thought about kind of touching the base of getting into the 3D modeling world. I've been picking up some seashells because I know Marianne's want to open up a grocery store, and I kind of also want to sell little seashell jewelry, make my own little jewelry with them, just to see what it does, and possibly 3D print some pretty cool little holders, something cool along that line. I gotta send name. Which one, like the AMD Ryzen that I was talking about doing? I didn't know if you were kind of listening, when we were talking about doing like the, what was it? Ryzen. Oh yeah, the RTX 3080 10 gigabyte with the Ryzen 7 5700G with 16 gigabytes of DDR4 and 512 gigabyte MD2, something like that. It's a build that I thought about doing. I can do that, the R7 5700G and the 3080 10 gig for $377 US dollars. You can't beat that. Where's my cart? There's my cart. Let's see. NVMe M.2, something like that. That's exactly it, yeah. Click this and click this. I'm at, for both those, the 3080 and the whole PC, 43,405 pesos with a discount of 46,000 pesos. So I'm saving 46,145 divided by 58. I'm saving $795. So okay, so it's not 375. It's 42,000 divided by 58. It's a $724 PC. And I mean, if you'd like to know some more of the specs, I can send it to you via Facebook, Instagram. Kind of let you get a rundown. If you think it's a good deal, if you don't think it's a good deal, kind of help save me from doing something dumb. Only thing I would do is 32 gigabytes of RAM, more the better, but not crazy. I thought about doing that. I've been looking into Teen Group or Titan. It's more of a budget kind, but at the same time, it's still decent. Let's see. I mean, heck, they even have a AMD Ryzen 5 5600 6-core 12-thread. You know, I thought of doing something like that, but it's got a... Let's see, what kind of RAM do they have on here? Yeah, they had 32 gigabytes of RAM for that one. The one I was looking at, it's AM4, read speed, write speed 1800 megabytes per second. Yeah, the last computer that I built was back in 2016, early 2017. The mother wanted to divorce her husband, so she built her 12-year-old son a computer to build to be able to play Minecraft on. She spent $2,000 on it. Bought a Devil's Canyon i7, custom water cooled loop, 4TB hard drive, and the graphics card was a 1080 Ti. I think Founders Edition. Yeah, Founders Edition. It's some kind of special edition. She went all out. It was $2,000. If not for gaming, I would just get a M series Mac. It's gonna be some gaming involved a little bit. I messed up and got Marianne tad bit addicted to a racing game, and we've talked about it's kind of sad, but I want to let her try Beam NG, which is gonna be... It's a soft body physics game, so it's definitely going to be graphics heavy. It's going to be running off of your GPU more than your CPU. And kind of let her experience, hey, if you bump into a car and your wheel falls off and then you flip 10 times. I think it would be funny to her reaction on certain games. But I'm also going to be doing a little bit of Rust play, Call of Duty. Not really a Fortnite kind of person, but maybe. And I've actually had a Mac Mini. I've had a MacBook Pro. No, I didn't have the Pro. I had a MacBook Air. What did I do with it? Oh, guys, I lost my charger. There it is. There's half of it anyhow. Not saying the Mac can't do it, but most gamers don't use Mac. It's actually very difficult to do a Mac because they don't let you download Steam or anything like that, and then you have to... A lot of people download Windows on Mac, and I'm just not for that. Y'all give me 1 second. Gotta handle something real quick. Oh, I'm still muted. Oops. Sorry, I had to use the restroom real quick. I do apologize. But I'll definitely look into the M series Macs. And Victor, do you use your i7 9700K? I've been looking into. I haven't necessarily got the chance to look into what BMG requires because it depends on what kind of mods. Let's see. Josh, are you living in the province still, or did you move? I'm actually it's the vice versa. I actually live in the city, in Cebu City, but I spend too much time in Toledo, so I'm thinking about moving closer to this way. And back to Victor. The I don't know what BeamNG requires. I know what Rust requires, and the 3080 10 GB is overkill, very overkill. But at the same time, it is a CPU based game, and the Ryzen 7 is your high end medium, like I guess you say like medium class CPU, but on the higher spectrum of it, low high end. My i7 took a poop and I had to fix it. I had to downgrade to Windows 10. It claims it can't install Windows 11, but had Windows 11 on it. Hmm. Have you thought about just replacing the product key? Like, have you maybe look into Java.g? Was it GG? No, Toasty Bros posted all the time. It's like GVG Mall or something like that. They have different product keys you can install, and it might not just be your processor. Heck, it might even be the. I know sometimes your storage device doesn't doesn't do too well with product keys. Sometimes they do stupid things like that. Um, are you running DDR4 or DDR5? So you don't have those kind of problems with Mac. Instead, you have Sahara or whatever the newest and greatest Windows, Mac out operating system. My AirPod is about to die, so let's grab another one. I think it's the drive. Need to redo it. Yeah. One sec, guys. Uh, Heck, I've let's see, should be GPT or whatever it's called. Yeah, GPT Mall. Let's see. Yeah, we'll let that run in the background. Safari. No. GVG. Yeah, it's GVG Mall. You can buy like a Windows 11 Pro product key for 233 pesos. I think 11 requires it, not the NFTS. Hmm. Maybe look into running the what is it the high quality SSD or something, or you might get away with the NVIe M.2. You might get away with a better version of that if your board allows it. Reconnect. Sorry guys, internet's kind of been bugging out on me. Um, it's starting to rain a little harder. I have one of the NVMe's on it now. Wanted clean, built, and fast. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Been looking at the MSI boards where you have two NV the NVMe sockets, but just don't quite know just yet. I've been looking at doing like a pre-built with an APU with an all-in processor, and then buying that, saving up a little bit, then buying a GPU. Because the first game that I want to play is Rust, and it's processor. It runs off processor, not necessarily graphics, and so I can do Rust off of just that. Are you saying you're dead? You're not dead. Don't die on me. Hey Victor, how are you? Hey Megamind, you still here? Mine is a Gigabyte board and it does have two sockets for the end too. I just don't know if both sockets are MVE. ME. Hmm. Is yours ATX, micro ATX? Um, what chipset? Is i7, is that AM4 still? Or how does that work? Is that different sockets? I only know about AM4 and AM5 sockets, so I'm not too Intel intellect as you'd say. Uh-oh. I'm good, just woke up, noticed a live. I'm always checking YouTube. Yeah, me too. If I'm not doing live, I check my subscriptions and check on Hannah, check on Junabelle, Marianne, just kind of monitor their lives a little bit. I have to check Amazon for deals. I don't remember. Hey Victor, if you want to. Hey Victor, if you want to, um, I can't remember if you have Instagram or Facebook. Add me on there, or send me a message. Wi-Fi's kind of really cutting in and out. It's starting to rain a little bit harder. So I'm in my live for right now, guys. Um, I do thank y'all and appreciate y'all for helping me out with a little bit of this. Um, very much appreciated. Yeah, send me a message. We'll talk more about it. I'll send you over the specs. You tell me what you think and kind of go from there. But I'm in my life right now, guys. I need to do a little bit of cleaning up before I have to go pick up Marianne for a little dinner date today. But I appreciate y'all. Appreciate you, struggler. Thank you for coming back in, and I plan on doing some interviews today. Might have to wear a raincoat doing it, but I need to get another video out, or I have to bore y'all with another cooking video. But I appreciate y'all guys, and I'll catch y'all later. Bye.